Just when you think politics couldn't get any crazier, and then you find out that it is a lot crazier than you actually thought. This will give you perspective on what's really going on in the federal election here in Australia. Now, most people probably know, and if you don't, here you go. Now, you've got the Labor and the Liberal Party obviously going against each other, right? But what a lot of people don't realise is that within those major parties, within the Liberal and within the Labor, they actually have factions within those parties. So let's take the Liberal Party, for example. So there is a left faction and a right faction. Now, the left faction shouldn't exist because the Liberal Party is supposed to be conservative and should probably be a little bit past the middle onto the right. But anyway, the point is they have a left and a right faction in the Liberal Party. So we're going to use Peter Dutton as an example here, which isn't an example because it's actually what's happening. Now, the left faction of the Liberal Party hate Peter Dutton so much that they would prefer for the entire Liberal Party to lose the election to Labor instead of letting Peter be the Prime Minister. How insane is that? So apparently, especially in New South Wales, the left faction of the Liberal Party, which is the administration executive boards of these parties, they're fighting against each other all the time. They must be such narcissistical, selfish something or others, right? To imagine not wanting to succeed in spite of someone, in spite of something. That is insane. Imagine being on a basketball team and hating the guy who makes the most shots. So you injure him so that your team loses the basketball game. That is how insane that is. I mean, that is actually, it's probably medical insanity, right? The fact that we have the major parties competing against each other and then the people within the parties competing against each other. I mean, I don't have necessarily that much sympathy for Peter Dutton. I don't know him at all, but imagine fighting against the other party and then having to fight against people within your party. They're actually sabotaging him from within so that he loses the election. This makes no sense. This is not how democracy is supposed to be run. You're supposed to have two teams that are on the same team. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't believe that Peter Dutton doesn't have wrinkles on top of his head. I mean, even just talking about this seems so stressful and so ridiculous to me. I don't know how anyone could deal with it. Anyway, the major parties should be filled with people who align with the founding values of that major party. So the Liberal Party is supposed to be yay for freedom of speech and freedom of religion and all that sort of stuff. But you've got people in the executive boards of the Liberal Party that are actually on the left and should definitely be in a different party altogether. And they've gotten so much control over the party that now they can sabotage their own leader. It is insane. So when you're looking at the election coming up, just understand it's a lot more complicated than you think. But, both of these parties need reforms because this is not democracy. This is a circus. Anyway, see you guys next time.